nutrition.
Coach Ryan from Functional Flex. We're in the Functional Flex kitchen. Today, the scene is set right. The coffee is plentiful, and we're here because we're gonna talk about nutrition. Now, more specifically, we're gonna go over the A to Z on how to do your own meal plan and prep. Now, you guys, I'm gonna give you the guru tips, tricks, and secrets, the hacks, all the stuff everybody on the internet wants to charge you hundreds and hundreds of dollars for. I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do it right now. Here's what we do. Get a notepad out right now, first step. You gotta get some notes out because we got steps to go over. We got some things we wanna cover. You can do it all right now. I'm telling you, I'm gonna save you a ton of money right now, you guys, and a ton of wasted time if you just get your notes out. So let's get a notepad out. Let's take some notes here. We got pretty much a few steps to cover, and this is gonna take you all the way through it. So, first step, you must and absolutely know your goal. And what I mean by that is basically you're gonna fall into one of three categories for the most part. You're either gonna wanna be right here in the center. You're gonna wanna maintain where your body's at right now. So you just wanna optimize your nutrition because maybe you're too flexible, maybe you're eating out too much, maybe you don't feel like you're getting all your nutrients. You wanna optimize this right here, maintenance. You're at the body you want. You don't want anything to change. You just wanna optimize. You're at the maintenance level. So here's what you do right now. If that's you, you need to figure out your caloric intake right now, where you're at. That's it. Okay? If you're on this side of the spectrum, you want to burn some fat, you want to chisel down, you're leaning down, you want to lose weight, you're contest prepping, whatever it is, you need to be in a caloric deficit. That's it. So you figured out your maintenance calories, right? And then you want to drop it 500. That's it. 500 calories to start right there. That's going to be your new caloric intake for fat loss. If you're over here on this side of the spectrum, you're trying to build some muscle, you're trying to build some strength, you just want to be jacked and swole. You're going right here, 500 calories surplus. So you've found your maintenance, you're 500 calories up from there. All right? That's where we start with the caloric intakes. Now, keep in mind, you guys, these are gonna need some tweaking over time. Some people are gonna need less than that for either side. Some people are gonna need more than that. You're gonna have to work with it over time, but this baseline of 500 less or 500 more is a great place to start. Now, here's what you do then. You break it down into macros. So you gotta figure out your protein, carbs, fats, and your fibers. And then that's it. And they gotta suit your goals. You gotta make sure they fit for your goals. So you need to be over here in the fat loss category with macros that are gonna work for achieving fat loss. Same over here for building muscle, same right here for maintenance, okay? And it's different for every person. These macros are gonna be, hit or miss. You're gonna have to tweak them, you're gonna have to play with them, you're gonna have to trial and error until you find what works. But the caloric intake is king over macros, okay? I'll tell you that again. The caloric intake matters more than the macros do in this stage, wherever you're at, okay? So we got that done. We've got our calories, we've got our macros. Here's what we do next. You need to have the plan set in place. Now, what I mean by that is you gotta know exactly what meals you're gonna execute for the meal prep. You gotta know what you're gonna eat throughout the week, okay? And here is what's gonna shock you. I don't want you to pick more than 5 or 6 meals. And now you might be looking at me like, Ryan, what the hell are you talking about? Well, let me tell you guys, if you're trying to assess a result, you're trying to see progress, you're trying to gauge what's working for you and your body, you need to have a controlled environment, you guys. When they do studies in labs on different things, there is no environmental influence coming out. It is a very controlled environment. You want to be able to see exactly what you're doing is working or it's not working or what's it doing, what's happening. And that's the same with your meal plan and your nutrition, you guys. So I want you to pick 5 to 6 meals that you're going to stick to for 4 to 6 weeks. Now, again, if you are looking at me like, Ryan, you are fucking nuts. I want 25 different meals a week. I want a lot of variability. I want a lot of flexibility. Let me remind you what you're doing. You are eating for a goal. You are eating for a specific purpose. You're either trying to optimize where you're at, you're trying to achieve fat loss, or you're trying to build muscle. You're eating for a specific goal. So guess what? Invest a little bit more effort into actually eating a specific meal plan. And guess what, you guys? When you do that, you get unlimited amounts of progress. You get to see what the foods are doing to you. You get to know exactly what's happening because it's a very controlled environment. And I'm also gonna tell you right now how you can still have a little flexibility. It's not gonna be that crazy. You can have daily flexibility if you stick to these same meals, okay? So you've got your meals you wanna eat, you've planned out your favorite foods, etc. They're going to fit your macro goals. What I want you to do though is leave a little bit of space. We're talking about 200 to 300 calories is a good place to start. A flexibility room. This is daily flexibility. So I want you to prep out all of your foods and all your meals so they fit almost all your goals and leave yourself some room, okay? You're gonna leave yourself 200 to 300 calories for flexible foods. And now what is a flexible food, Ryan? It's anything that fits 200 to 300 calories, okay? You're going to eat whatever you want. You can have a couple pieces of candy. You can have, depending on who you are, you can have some small pieces of pizza, things like that. You guys, you can fit all kinds of stuff into 200 to 300 calories. As long as you keep the portion controlled, it's not gonna affect your goals because the caloric goal is king here, okay? And guess what? I've just given you daily flexibility for 4 to 6 weeks, and you're gonna hit a large amount of your stuff is gonna be tracked, controlled, and monitored, and you're still gonna have that room to get the little stuff in that you really want, okay? Now, moving on to the next step, you've got your calories, you've got your macros, you've got your plan, you know what you want to eat, you've got to prepare, okay? So what I mean by prepare is now you need to make sure you have everything done to do the actual meal prep. You're going to have to make sure you have all your groceries. So figure out all of your meals. It doesn't matter if you're going to eat 5 meals a day or 3. The calories are all that matter. Remember that. And then figure out how many meals you're going to eat during that week and make sure you have the right amount of food for them. So if you decided you're gonna do some chicken, some vegetables, and some whatever, some rice or something like that, just to be generic, I hope you don't pick meals like that. But if you do, if you're deciding to do chicken, vegetables, and rice, make sure you have enough chicken, vegetables, and rice to cover all your meals for the week, okay? Pretty basic. So you go to the store, you buy bulk amounts of stuff, you come home. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna cook out. You're gonna prep out. Make sure you got enough time. This is gonna take some time. I'm not messing with you. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but it's gonna be worth it because it's gonna save you a ton of time all week. And you're gonna be able to stay on track all week with your meals and just make consistent progress, no doubt, okay? So what you gotta do is you gotta prep out, you gotta cook. So what you're gonna do, you guys, is you take all of the foods that you've brought home now. You've got all your meals planned, you cook them all out in bulk amounts. Do not sit there and flip one chicken breast at a time in a pan on the stove. Go ahead and fire up the grill. Bring out a baking sheet, cook 10 chicken breasts at the same time or something like that. So you get a bulk cooking done, you've cooked out everything, and now here's the final piece of your actual meal prep. You want to portion all the meals out. So of course you're going to need something to put them in. A lot of people do Tupperwares, you can do glasswares, you can do whatever you want, whatever's gonna work for you and your lifestyle, but you need to have something to store these meals in because you need to take them with you on the go, maybe to work, you need to have them in the fridge ready, whatever it is, you gotta have them in their own containers, in their own portions, to the exact plan you've set for yourself, because that's how we're gonna track those results, right guys? So you need to prep them all out, you need to make sure each meal's equal, and that is the first and final piece of the meal prep. It's getting all that down, cooking it all out, and then portioning it out, and here's what you do next. You eat it. All you guys gotta do is make sure you eat your fucking meals. So don't miss the plan. You've done all this work. You've found your goal. You've prepped it out. You've bought the groceries. You've done the cooking. Now go to work and eat. All you guys gotta do is eat the food, okay? And now, you guys hit or miss on if your stuff's gonna last a full week in the fridge. So usually what I do, here's a good tip, is you would put a few days worth of food in the fridge and then some in the freezer. Now, as you eat a few days worth of food, 2 or 3 days, when you're getting to that second, third day, you pull out some of the meals in the freezer, let them thaw out in the fridge. Then they're ready to go. No weird bacteria, no getting sick, none of that bullshit. Another option would be to just cook 2 or 3 days worth of food and then cook again in the week, but that causes you to do 2 meal prep. So it's up to you guys, but here's the main thing about meal preps. It's super important to understand, is when you go into a meal prep, you're doing it to track your progress, you're doing it to see results, you're doing it for your goal. And we have now done it in a way that's going to allow that. You're going to have daily flexibility, you're going to have a pretty set schedule for what you're eating and when, and guess what? Now there is no way to fail. We have set such a good structure here. If you fail, you're simply not putting effort in. You put any amount of effort into this, you've done all the prep first, it's over, you're done. You just eat and you see the gains, you see the progress, and now this is the final step of a successful meal plan and meal prep. you need to track your results, you guys. I'm talking about taking pictures, talking about even journaling, writing stuff down, how you're feeling, how your body's doing, track your measurements, track your weight. It's gotta be something you're tracking to suit your goals. So if you're trying to get stronger, see if you feel stronger in the gym after being on your plan for a bit. If you're trying to burn fat, see if you're leaning out when you take your pictures and look at your body, right? Check the scale weight, do all those things, track it every week. You have to have one day you track it, do it on the day you prep. So you've picked your day to prep, you also do that day to track. And guess what, you guys? 4 to 6 weeks of that, you mix it up after that. You check your results, you see what worked, you like certain meals, you didn't, whatever it was. Now you do it all over again. You just check your goals, you check what you want to eat, you plan it out, you prepare, you cook, you eat, you make gains, and this works for the rest of your fucking life, everybody. All right, so that's exactly how you do an effective meal plan and then execute it with an effective meal prep. And if you guys do this, you follow all those steps, I guarantee you, absolutely, you will track your progress, you will see results, and you're gonna move towards your goals, no doubt, because over time, trial and error, you're gonna find exactly what your body needs, and exactly what you need to achieve those results. That was like a punch in the face with a lot of info. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I just hit that. I hope that you guys planned out and took some notes there, okay? Because that is super key. We went over a lot of things and they're all important, so I hope you got that down. If you guys like this video, go ahead and share this. Pump this out. Let's help more people. Let's get more people on how to build their own meal plan. Some of them caught in them guru bullshits can actually execute this stuff on their own. So let's pump this out, share this, drop me a comment, tell me what you thought, and most of all, you guys, if you subscribe to this channel, I appreciate that so much. It's gonna grow the audience, we're gonna be able to help more people, we're gonna do so much more stuff. More videos like this coming, I promise. More and more guru secrets, more and more answers, more and more do-it-yourself fitness and health, okay, you guys? You're gonna be your own guru, and I'm gonna help you do it. It's Coach Ryan, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you.